what a very, very special Mother's Day as we welcome Ella to the table. Lord, step up here, Ella. What a great gift to your mom and your family. What a great blessing for all of us. Step up there, spin around, let everybody see how beautiful you are. Tell me she isn't glorious today, right? So a little Mother's Day story. So long story short, Mother's Day, all the children always usually ramp up for Mother's Day. Yes or yes? Yes or yes? If you don't, you are a fool. Yes or yes? Anyhow, long story short, 1 of 6 kids, it's Mother's Day. We are all about Mother's Day. So we've got for Mom, we got breakfast in bed. We're cleaning our room. We're doing our chores. We're even putting the laundry away. Eventually it comes time. We're making dinner. I'm in the 3rd grade, maybe 2nd grade at this point. You with me on this story? Mother's Day. We are all about Mother's Day. Yes or yes? It is like a virtual perfect day. We went to church together. Almost a perfect day. Yes? So it's about 7 o'clock, and all the little Stec ducklings were about doing our little things, and Mom calls and brings us together. Now, we are so very excited. Mom calling us together. It's about 7 o'clock. Mom is clearly going to tell us that we are absolutely wonderful children, yes? We have done everything right on this Mother's Day, yes? She is going to pour out the depth of her gratitude to her children, yes? You can relate to this, yes? So we come running down, and we are seated around the table. We are hanging on every word that Mom is going to speak because we are perfect children, yes? And there's a pause. And this is what she says. Every day should be like Mother's Day. We were absolutely devastated, right? Because we have done everything right at this day, right? Breakfast, you get right through the day, right? And then she goes on to say, think about this. She said, if every day were like Mother's Day, I wouldn't have to do all the work, she's saying, and our family would be so much better, amen? It's a perfectly true story, right? But can you imagine if every day was like Mother's Day, Father's Day, and birthdays? How would we treat one another? Much, much? How would our homes be? Much, much better, much happier. The work would be evenly spread out, yes? What a thrill, right? And it's a silly little thing, but imagine if every day were like Mother's Day, Father's Day, and birthdays. Imagine how we would celebrate what is good and best in one another. Imagine the peacefulness and the joy in the family home. In the same way, I said to myself, can you imagine if every day were like Easter? Think about this for a moment. We're in the joy of this Easter season. And if every day were like Easter, we would sing out every day, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be. Because we would know the light stronger than the darkness. Every day would be mindful of the love that sustains us and strengthens us. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just for a moment? And today is a good hint. If every day were like Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, Easter, Christmas, can you imagine how strong our families would be? How blessed our lives would be? How wonderful our community would be? How much better everything would be, amen? Amen. And so on this Mother's Day, how do we use this day to renew our commitment to live every day in these ways? And for us as a parish community, remember at the beginning of the year, every day, God. You forgot this, right? Every day, God. That's the message of the gospel. If every day we choose God, then every day God is going to choose us. Go to that second reading. When we choose God, first of all, we'll have a clear conscience. Every day when we choose God, there will be a wellspring of goodness in our lives and in our families and in our world. If every day we choose God and walk with the Lord back to the gospel, there is a oneness between us and God. We will never feel orphaned, meaning we will know the closeness, the nearness of God in our lives every single day, not just at Christmas, not just at Easter, not on Mother's Day or Father's Day or birthdays, but every day. And in so doing, our lives will be blessed. Amen? So, to help you, every day should be like, go ahead, say it. What does this say, Sandy? Every day is Mother's Day. In your bulletin today is a prayer card for moms and a little front sheet that says every day is Mother's Day. Everyone should take one, every child and every husband especially, right? And on the bottom there are different coupons that you can fill out. There are extras at all the doors of a church, right? Because imagine if we use Mother's Day as a moment to build, to honor and respect our moms, our family members, and work together to be what is best. Every child should take one home, yes or yes? God forbid every spouse does not. Secondly, throughout the Lent season, Easter season, we're reminding one another every day we need to choose the Lord. How do you make a deep commitment in your heart to walk day by day with God? Why is that so important? Because if you walk day by day with God, listen to the gospel, there will be such a oneness. You will never feel orphaned. Translate, you will feel and know the presence of God in everyday circumstance and reality of your life. And thirdly, for all of us, if you're blessed to have your mom and grandmother, godmother with you, use it as a moment when you're with them to stir up a conversation. If they're already in heaven, really take some time to think about the values and the virtues that your moms, grandmothers, godmothers have tried to sow deep in your hearts. I would bet you for almost every one of us, our moms, godmothers, grandmothers have tried to teach us what is best. They have tried to teach us the ways of God. Amen? Every mother wants her children to get to heaven so that their families can be together forever. Take some time deep in your heart to really reflect on the virtues and the values that your mom, grandmothers, godmothers have tried to sow deep in your hearts. For most of us, that will mean faith and family will go hand in hand. And use this Mother's Day really to renew your commitment to follow their wisdom, to live as they have taught, so that there will be a glorious day now and forever, that your families will be stronger, holier, and better. We were devastated. We were like, oh my gosh, she's going to tell us we're the perfect children. And you know what she said? Every day should be like Mother's Day. And imagine how much better, how much more peaceful, how much more loving our homes, families would be if every day were Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Christmas, if every day we chose the Lord.